So hi, one of the Good Noise podcaster with Palette Knife. We're gonna ask them some questions today. I'm gonna start. So, what inspired you guys to start the band, and what does the band name mean?
Yeah, I can take that. So it started with me and our drummer Aaron. We were like an acoustic pop punk cover band at a local brewery in Columbus, which is sadly no longer in business.
Oh,
But so I come in from like a singer-songwriter background, like a solo project, which I will not name on
Oh
this
man.
podcast.
all right.
And he was actually in a band with Chris, and they kind of did more like post-hardcore kind of stuff back in high school and college. So we thought Palette Knife was like a fitting name because I have like a painting background, and he was like, "I'm the knife," because his drumming is more like post-hardcore and like very like intricate and heavy, and like he called me like the palette because like I'm like the paint. I'm kind of like the more prettier side of things. But yeah.
All right, very
That's
cool.
so cool. Yeah, I really like that. So, congrats on your newest EP, Self-Preservation. How do you feel about the response to it so far?
I feel pretty good. Yeah, we it kind of took a little bit because we were kind of in the dark, like we weren't really on Twitter for a while. But then once we like got to like have more of like a social media presence and kind of get it out there, I think we got a really good response from it. What do you think, Chris?
Yeah, I mean, it took a while. I feel like just like the last like 6 or 8 months, people just started posting about it, and we were on really cool playlists like the R emo, and I feel like we reached a different audience because of that. So
Well, that's
pretty
good
cool.
to
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great.
So can you tell me a little bit about your writing process?
I would say it usually starts where I have like a skeleton of a song, and then I bring it to Aaron and Chris, and they help me kind of like rearrange it and make it better. I would say it's kind of yeah. If we're going with like if it's like if we're going with like the paleontology metaphor, it's like I bring them like a skeleton of like a dinosaur, and I rearrange it how I think the dinosaur would look, and they're like, no, I think you have a few like bones misplaced,
Mhm.
and then
Okay.
we're gonna put the meat on it.
All right, all right.
Yeah, the rhythm section's the meat, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's beefy.
Right.
Yeah, so yeah, we all kind of like work together to polish the structure and then kind of add the little kind of nuances here and there.
Okay.
Definitely, I think our earlier stuff was a little bit more poppy, especially because a lot of it was leftover stuff from my solo project that we kind of adapted. So I think moving forward, we're always like trying to like be a little bit more progressive with our songwriting.
Oh,
Okay, solid. So, what would you guys do differently on your next release that you didn't get to do on the E EP?
Oh, it's a tough one.
or what did you guys do differently since there's an
Yeah.
album in creation?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to say that. I didn't know.
Beat you to it.
Thank you.
Well, I think with our upcoming release, the main thing is we recorded it all like in one weekend, essentially.
Damn.
Wait,
It was
whoa.
like, I mean, the majority, like we tracked most of it in one weekend. Obviously, like we had to go back and like here and there when like we have like an idea for something or like we want to redo a guitar part or something like that. But yeah, we pretty much recorded it like the weekend that quarantine pretty much happened for Ohio.
Damn.
Ow.
Like we like booked this time in the studio and we're like sitting there like crashing on our buddy's place, and we're like watching this like all unfold on the news, and we're like, shit, okay.
All right. Well. Okay.
But yeah, I think recording it, tracking it all in one weekend, I think really helped us develop a kind of cohesive sound, because like a lot of like the settings we're using, our bass tones, our guitar tones, like even like the mic nuance setups and stuff is all the same. So I think it's a very consistent sound. But I think with the way it's mixed, there's still like some nuance from track to track.
Mhm.
So back to that EP for a second. What band influences do you think you can hear the most on that record?
Oh, I don't know. I can definitely pinpoint some on the newer stuff, but for self-preservation, I don't know. What do you think, Chris?
Yeah, I'm thinking like, and this is more like, I don't even listen to these bands a lot, which is funny that like I like understand
Chris
it.
is also in a pop band.
Yeah.
Oh.
I have a very different spin on a few things, but like I think Oso for sure on self-preservation and like Into It Over It. But like the difference I think we went with the newer stuff is we went like a real mathier feel.
Mm-hmm.
So like there's just more of a pop punk feel, but it's still not completely pop punk in my opinion. But
yeah,
like there's just a lot of that vibe.
Right.
Yeah, I think there's like definitely like just a tinge of like tiny moving parts on like some of like the lead sections, but then like I think more of the chorus sections from Self-Preservation are like very like classic like late mid 2000s pop punk, like especially on Venmo. Still Thanks for Friends Part 1, because I think that's why I think that one probably has the most plays out of the EP, and I think because it has that really kind of like hooky pop punk feel to it.
All right.
Well, it's the most emo song title ever too.
It is.
So, you guys have this album, right? What can you tell us about it?
Tell us everything.
Tell us everything, every single detail.
I texted Chris and Aaron before we went live, and I was like, "Can we say the album title? Because we haven't said it yet." So I'm here to say that the album title is definitively, well, because we already put in like the metadata, so there's no changing it now.
Mm-hmm.
But the album title is Ponderosa Snake House and the Chamber of Bullshit.
That's so fucking
Yo,
cool.
I love
it's a
that.
very long title.
Oh my god.
So now we have to figure out how to put that on an album cover, or not put it. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, we called it that because Ponderosa Snake House is the title track off the record, and the Chamber of Bullshit being kind of like all the other songs. And I think we try to incorporate humor into our song titles, which a lot of like Midwest DIY bands try to do. But I was like, why is that a convention? And I think it's because I think it kind of helps balance out the content. A lot of like DIY emo can be very like melodramatic, especially with like old pop punk. So I think it kind of like helps not take yourself too seriously by willing to put a silly title on something.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
For sure.
Wait, because the end of it is kind of like a mock of I almost said Harry Styles, Harry Potter.
Harry Potter,
and
yeah.
Chamber of Secrets. Will the album cover be like a mock of that book cover, but like you guys or something?
That could be.
That's actually a pretty good idea.
Is that like?
Because
That'd be
that
pretty
is
cool.
honestly the first thing I thought of when you guys said the title. I'm like Harry Potter.
Mm-hmm.
So
That'd be fun. We do have a Harry Potter lyric in one of the songs.
You do.
Full
We have a
circle.
lot of we name drop the dumbest shit on this album. There's like video game references. There's a few anime references. There's a Harry
my
Potter
God.
reference.
you
That's
love
the
to
best
see it.
thing. Yeah. Wow.
So now,
But yeah.
let's talk about live music a little bit.
Just a little.
So when shows were a thing, did you guys have any pre-show rituals?
This isn't really like a silly ritual, but I think it was like a cool standard to hold ourselves to, which was we would run through the set once before every show.
Mm-hmm.
We would play the set twice, essentially. Like we'd all get off work, rush over to Chris's place, play the set as fast as we could, because like we had to like fucking book it. So then we'd pack up all of our stuff, get to the gig, and then have to play the set again.
God damn.
Oh my god.
But people always would tell us at shows, RIP, that our sound was pretty tight, and I think being diligent, practicing, I think helps with that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think just being on our toes, having that initial rehearsal, because like you're just so warmed up at that point, you don't need to like really. Your focus is already there, which I think made it really tight. And these songs, I mean, if you're not playing them tight, they're gonna sound like shit.
We have a lot of
there's nothing else we could have done. So
I'd say, as an unofficial post gig ritual, sometimes we get Taco Bell.
Okay.
oh yeah,
Taco Bell. Wait,
you
what's
should.
your order?
oh man.
It depends on how hungry I am.
Okay. All right.
I would say there's always a chicken quesadilla involved and nacho fries if they're available.
All right.
What about you, Chris?
Case burrito all the way. I get 2 of those.
Wait, that got axed, didn't it?
Oh, if it did, I'm gonna be so mad. I know the Fiesta potatoes did.
Mm-hmm. I remember there was a big outrage when the potatoes got taken
Yeah,
off.
people are
It
pissed.
days ago, I think. It was like Friday or something.
Yeah, it just happened.
Yeah.
So I've never had them before, but now I feel like I missed something.
You missed
Oh,
out.
you definitely.
Oh,
I mean, just wait for like 6 months when they get so much backlash that it'll all be back.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, totally.
They're probably doing it just to get a stir in people.
People cried
Mhm.
enough that DreamWorks or whatever changed Sonic. So I have
oh yeah.
no doubts about the power of social media.
Yeah.
And I'm glad they did, because that was
Oh,
horrifying.
absolutely.
That was
Oh,
rough.
I
God.
still have yet to see it.
Yeah, same.
I heard it's surprisingly decent, which is like
Mhm.
the funniest compliment you can give something.
Exactly.
Everyone,
Yeah.
everyone went into an outrage about how he looked, and then I don't think anybody's actually
Anybody
watched it.
saw it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of sad. But anyways, back to live music when it was a thing. What were your top 3 songs to perform?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Thank you.
It's got to be Dance Song for Gennaro.
Yeah, for
Mhm.
sure.
There was a show or two where like people would yell at us to play it twice because it's so short.
That's fair.
What else?
I mean, probably Telekinesis.
Yeah,
That was
that was
definitely
just
a
fun to
crowd.
play.
Yeah, it was so much fun. It's been a while.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is there
What would be a
anything new-
third?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Is it something newer?
Oh, dude, can I say it?
What?
Just
Just
a
say
new-
it.
It's from the record.
Oh,
Studio-
I was gonna say Smog and Ornstein.
Oh, I was gonna say Studio Ghibli reference.
Oh yeah, Studio Ghibli reference is another one that people really like.
These
Yeah, but
fucking
see,
names.
that song is on the new record, but that is actually one of the first full band songs we wrote together.
Yeah.
So we've been playing that literally for almost 2 years.
Holy shit.
Oh,
Yeah, so I'm excited to release that for sure because it's
But
So,
yeah, we really
overdue.
want to do an AMV to it.
mhm.
all right. So we don't have this question written, but you guys have some whack ass song titles. How
We
does that
do.
happen?
Mhm.
It's because I listen to too much DIY emo, and I'm just like, guys, wouldn't it be funny if we did this? And I have to like act like I don't want to name it that.
Mhm.
That's the name of Smugly Borphus Gorgus. That's the
Uh,
song title.
I think
Nice.
our dumbest one has to be the only difference between Smog and Ornstein is press coverage, because it is at 2 times. It's both a Dark Souls reference and a Panic at the Disco reference.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
From
there's
their
a
best
very small Venn diagram of people this song title is going to appeal to, but the magic of like someone who's in that Venn diagram and they're like, oh my god, that's an amazing song title. That's what I live for.
Okay. So you got like these tiny groups of people that
Yeah.
who actually get it. Okay. So where do
Love
you
to
guys
see
see the
it.
band in the next 5 years?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I think that's contingent on coronavirus.
Oh yeah.
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 We played like 30 shows last year, and this year we played like 4.
yeah.
Aw.
Ouch.
I know it's been depressing, for sure.
Um,
But that's
I
why
don't know.
that's why we recorded this album. So at
yeah.
least got that under our belt.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know. Realistically, I think in 5 years, if we're all still in Columbus, I'd like to think we probably put out another EP and maybe LP too.
Ooh.
Yeah, because we just love doing this.
Yep.
You'll have to see it.
Solid. So, for the last couple questions, we're actually going to shift away from music and go straight to death row. So, if you found yourself on death row, what would your last meal be with a drink?
I know what mine is, Chris. You know
Yeah.
what yours is.
You go first.
Mine is a Caniac combo from Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. Double toast, no slaw with Dr. Pepper.
Okay. Solid.
Mine
Yeah.
would probably be an entire large supreme pizza from Marion's in Dayton, Ohio.
Oh my god, no, that's I'm so jealous.
And
now.
I would eat every bite. And I've done it before, and I'll do it again.
All right.
Nice.
You got a
nice.
drink to wash that all down?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I guess. I mean, just water's fine. It's so
No,
salty.
wait,
so-
not a kitty paw?
Oh yeah, Kitty Paws from Seven Sun. Shout out.
All right.
All right.
It's
Solid.
Chris's go-to beer.
Yeah.
So, if you could live in one fictional world for a week, where would you live?
Oh,
Damn.
Ooh,
These are the hard questions.
Yeah, these are the hardest ones.
Howl's Moving Castle World, hands
Okay.
down, hands
Solid.
down. That's like my favorite movie of all time.
I don't think we've gotten that one.
We haven't.
No.
Lots of new answers today.
Man, I don't know. Maybe like Westworld.
Hmm.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, something up that like weird sci-fi shit. I would like to be in.
Hell yeah.
Solid. So I have the honor of asking the last question, and every person we've spoken to have said it's the most important question. What's your favorite color?
There we
We
go.
got one. Finally.
Alec, explain your issue here.
So I'm colorblind.
Oh, okay.
So blue has always been my favorite color, and I think it's because like it's the easiest one for me to see.
Alright.
Yeah, because my red cones are effed up, which makes red and green a no-go.
Oh,
So blue all the way.
Okay.
Every shade of blue.
All right.
blue is wonderful, so that's good.
That's kind of our like aesthetic too on our for the band is that blue. I would have to say green, but somebody was talking shit about green on Twitter the other day, so I was like, why are you doing that? Like I've liked green since I could remember.
Seafoam green is the way to go.
Yeah, I mean, I like forest green, but then I guess I'm basic for that. I don't know.
Yeah. It's very
But yeah.
complicated.
All right.
Yeah.
I get it. So as Glory said, that's all the questions we have today. Is there anything you'd like to plug?
Shit. This is where we plug the album, but we don't have a release date yet. But
it's coming soon.
sometime in October, November.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna plug the shit out of that.
All right. Stream it
Until
when it's out.
then, stream us and put us on your stream shows.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, that's where we're gonna leave it.
Because we miss playing.
So, thank you for sitting down with us. This has been Palette Knife, and we're the Good Noise Podcast.